Okay, we'll do. Okay. Hi, George. It's Mark Jones here from EPCR.
Hi, mate. How are you?
You're welcome. Thanks a lot for your time.
No problem.
Just to repeat, we're going to start with a few minutes of live before we go into content for tomorrow's editions. So, Adam, can you kick us off, please, with the first question for George?
Sure, absolutely, George. Sorry, strange question, George. I just wanted to check you sounded a bit loud there. Could you just tell me what you had for breakfast?
That is a strange question, yeah.
It means I can test the levels, that's all.
Just some porridge this morning, mate.
There you go. You sound much better. Any fruit with that?
Some blueberries, yeah.
Nice. Fantastic. The sense I get speaking to Steve, speaking to some of the players earlier in the week, George, is that this has been as normal a week as possible, or the attempt is to make it as normal a week as possible. But I wonder how you are feeling with 26, 27 hours to go until the final.
Yeah, we're obviously massively excited about the game tomorrow. I think it's been relatively normal in terms of training week and the scheduling and the ins and outs of what we're doing in the week. But obviously, the thing is, we can't get away from that. It is a final as well. It's not a normal game, I suppose. It is a final, so there is a difference there in between that and a normal game. But in terms of what we do, the way we prepare, especially, we haven't gone too far away from what we would normally do. We feel that that's put us in good position to go and play well at weekend.
Have you, in the past, and you've played in plenty of big finals, of course, in your career, have you had a routine? Have you got any superstitions when you lead up to a big day?
No, nothing too different. Just because it's a final. I think the key for me as an individual is to prepare the same way and as consistently well for every game I play in. I think sometimes to start messing around and preparing differently just because of the status of the game, I don't think that thing would work for me. I want to go out and play as well as I can for the team as much as I can. So whatever game that is, I'll try and do that.
What have you made to Tigers' run to the final? We've seen 41 players used, I think Steve said on Tuesday. Some new faces have been involved in that as well. A mix of youth and experience throughout the competition as well. What has it done for Tigers' development, do you think, to get to this stage?
Yeah, well, like you said, there's obviously been quite a lot of players used. I think obviously with the nature of the tournament this year and everything that's come with COVID and international windows and things like that. The squad's been fully used in this competition, and we've had different sorts of games along the way in terms of home and away in France and places like that. So the big thing for us as a squad is obviously there's 23 of us who get the privilege to go and play tomorrow night, but the 41 players plus the lads who haven't been involved plus all the staff will represent every single one of them tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be looking forward to doing everyone proud.
There's a debate to how much of a platform that this competition and doing well in it can set. Of course, you're playing, as you mentioned there, you're playing against a wide variety of different teams that you wouldn't normally week to week. You get an experience of knockout rugby as well for some of those younger guys as well. What do you think that this competition can do for Leicester's future and on the journey that you and Steve and the rest of the players have talked about?
Yeah, no, well, you obviously anytime you come into a European competition and you get to a stage where it's knockout stages, you end up playing in big games. It's different because you know that you need to win to progress or you're out the tournament. So everything that comes with that, and especially the semi-final and final stage, we've faced Ulster, who are a brilliant Champions Cup team, and we're going to face Montpellier, who are the same, full of international players, full of players who've won World Cups, full of French internationals as well. So we're up against the high-quality European team here tomorrow. So they're the games you want to play in. You want to go and try and win a trophy, earn a trophy against the best teams, and we're certainly up against one tomorrow.
And then finally for me, for the 2013 Premiership final, I think when you were for Tigers, you came on relatively early, didn't you? But you were a relatively young man, I think, at that stage. Were you a teenager then? I'm not sure. Or were you in your early 20s?
Yeah, I would have been probably 19, yeah, I think.
I'm just thinking about people like Dan Kelly, Cameron Henderson in that 23 tomorrow. A big final ahead of them. What experience have you got of being a young guy that day that can help them? How do you think they will be feeling tomorrow?
Yeah, well, obviously it's probably the biggest game they've played in their career up until now. So I think from my experiences in the past, even though it is a bigger game that's got more riding on it and there's a trophy at the end of it, there's still a game to be played. So you still got to do the basics of your game, the nitty gritty things of your game, make good decisions, work incredibly hard, try and achieve what we want as a team. You still got to go and play a game of rugby. So I think the key message for us this week, not just even to the young lads, to everyone, is to stay in the moment. I know that's a bit of a cliche thing to say, but whatever's needed next as an individual and as a team, to be fully engrossed in that and not worry too much into the future, which can easily be done, I suppose, in big games.
Thank you for your time, George. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Adam. And Sarah, you have a couple of questions for George.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your time today, George. Just touching a little bit more on that 41 players who've got you to the final. You only started the Ulster game. So what has the relationship been like for you, particularly these last few weeks with the other fly halves, with you getting the nod to start?
Yeah, no, it's been great. We're lucky enough that we've got a brilliant squad in terms of good people. Obviously, we'd be lying if we were to say that lads aren't disappointed they're not playing. Of course, like you go through your career because you want to play in big games and you want to be part of it on the field. But I think that's part and parcel of being in a squad sport and a squad team, that it takes a full squad effort to get to where you are. People like Johnny McPhillip, Zach Emery, the other guys in my position have been absolutely brilliant this week, preparing the team as well as they can to make sure we're in a good position to perform well. So, and again, it's probably the nature of the season as well. We haven't played a lot of rugby for Leicester, full stop, if we've been away on international windows, and that's not out of choice. It's just the way it's worked out. So now we're here, we want to make the most of it.
And the word that keeps on coming up when it comes to your opposition, Montpellier, is rock stars. What do you make of them as an outfit, and in particular your opposite number tomorrow, Alex Lozowski? Yeah, no, they're full of world-class players, absolutely full of them. I even look at the bench tomorrow, what they've got to come on in the second half, probably full of world-class World Cup winning players. So, and obviously Loz has gone over there. I know Loz from playing with him at England, and he's gone over there from Saracens. He's a brilliant player in himself. I used to love playing with him. He's a committed guy. He's got a great skill set, and I think he's enjoying his rugby out there in France. So it's going to take a really, really, really top end performance from us to get over the line tomorrow. And just lastly, I know it's hard to say before you've played a game, but what would the significance of a win for Leicester Tigers be? And perhaps for you personally, what would it be like to win a trophy with your dad? Honestly, I hadn't even thought about anything past the first minute of the game. You understand that it's a final and you understand what's riding on it, but I've not thought of what it would be, to actually go and win it. Yeah, I'm very, I suppose, cautious when it comes to that as an individual. I just want to prepare as well as I can these next 24 for a bit longer hours and make sure I'm ready to go and start that game well. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Okay, folks, we're moving on now to content for tomorrow's editions.